Testing.
It's time now for the Troup Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live at the showroom of Kia of LaGrange, Greg Hicks and Coach Lynn Kendall giving you the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
Good morning. What a beautiful morning it is, Coach Kendall. I tell you what, to be out here at the Kia showroom for about the 5th straight year, I believe, Coleman. And, it's nice fall, brisk morning. They've already had their salesman huddle, and I noticed all of them hollering for Auburn. I don't know if you caught that or not.
No, I didn't catch that.
Okay.
I pretty much ignore that kind of stuff.
Just rub it in a little bit.
Yeah. It was a good week last week for Bulldogs across the conference.
Whatever. I tell you what, we're excited this morning. It's a beautiful morning. And, again, you and I talked several weeks ago that, when we kind of went down to Harris County, there was a lot of positive things. And Nate and I were just talking about Thursday night's game. And, when we held the number 2 team really in check the whole game, and we had them – really, it was. We were driving late in the ball game with under 2 minutes to go, and it just kind of went away from there. But I tell you what, we're going to get into all of that when we come back. I'm Greg Hicks, along with head coach Lynn Kendall. You're listening to Troup Tigers Quarterback Club Saturday morning live at Kia on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Kia of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318. With the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Kia of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Hi, welcome to State Farm.
What's up?
Hi, I want to switch to State Farm, but my husband has a hard time letting things go. He's stuck in the 90s.
Not.
Well, if you do switch to State Farm, I can save you $500.
Raise the roof.
Switch to State Farm for your auto insurance, and you could save on average $500. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Stuck on savings? Go to the Square in LaGrange or call Matt Orr, your State Farm agent.
Average household savings based on 2012 National Survey of New Policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
They're going to fake the handoff. We're going to get right in the quarterback's face.
Yes.
Yes! Down to the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Tigers on an interception.
Speaking of defense, Vanquez Bonner sat there and cat and mouse snuck in there and anticipated the throw from Walker, snuck in between, intercepted down the hash mark, 56 yards for an interception for touchdown Tigers.
What a way to start the game, Coach. We actually won the toss, deferred to the second half, and started on defense. And, Sandy Creek opened up with really tried to go for a home run on the first play. I guess they had kind of watched that Woodward film, and you guys made some adjustments, tightened up, and a few plays later, Bonner steps in, takes it 56 yards for a touchdown, kind of set the tone early in the game.
A great play by Vanquez. He had a great game Friday night. They had gone to a similar route a couple of times there on that drive, and there was another time where I thought we had a good shot at picking it, and we just missed it. And then a few plays later, they come back on the other side of the other seam, I guess I'd say, and Vanquez made a great break on the ball, and once he picks it, there's really no one going to catch him, with that type of advantage on his break and his speed. So it was a great play by him, and he played hard. I mean, he played a great game. He also had some key rushes on the offensive side of the ball. I think he had 3 carries for 32 yards. That's pretty good average there for Vanquez Bonner.
You do. Occasionally you'll sneak him in there on offense, and definitely, I think every time you put him in on offense this year, he's really done a good job for you.
Right. He's he's one of those guys that can play both sides of the ball, and we try to inject him into our running game whenever possible. And he's just got a lot of skill, a lot of talent.
Well, you guys, your whole team's just full of what I would call gamers. They may come off limping. I noticed that Sheely came off one time. He was kind of limping, and I thought, well, he'll be out for a few plays. Turned around 2 plays later, he's back in the ball game running hard, and it's like, well, good, because, these guys, and obviously it's a reflection of your leadership. They do not want to ever give up. They just keep on hammering and hammering and hammering, and all you can do is say, you guys just keep playing hard, and eventually things will come our way. And we've been right there on the cuff on 2 or 3 ball games this year. I think back, at Harris County and Carver, and even Woodward through the first half, and last week down to the final minute of the ball game. And so the Tigers are right there, and they know it. They can feel it. And really, it's just the next 3 ball games are, as you said, it's playoff type atmosphere every ball game, and I think it's their destiny to control.
Yeah, absolutely. Every game. Scout at one last night. Carrollton, Whitewater had the same feeling. That's just how our region is. Every game is exactly feels like a playoff type game. You mentioning Sheely, 16 rushes, 68 yards. Also great kickoff return, about a 76-yard kickoff return. His all-purpose yards every game are very significant. He was banged up a little bit, but he'd be limping on the sideline. When he gets out on the field, he's ready to go. So real proud of his toughness, and commend him for being someone who you realize it's a hard-hitting ball game, and you're going to get nicked up, but you got to get back out there and keep going.
And once again, we go back to any of the fans that showed up, and we talked about it on the radio. Carver. Let's go back to the huge kids, and and you send one guy out, and here comes another prototype in. He just looks the same way. Sandy Creek was the same way. We came in at pregame warm-up. It's like, I think there's a kid, the right guard, Hurley, is 305. But you know what? Our defense smacked them around. I don't know if they've been hit like that all year.
I'm glad you brought that up. Drew Connell and our defensive staff did an outstanding job with our defense versus Sandy Creek here. And, last week we went against a so-called premier running back and shut him down. This week we had another great running back and did well for most of the game of containing that running game they had. Great offensive line, but good backs too, and just flying to the ball, making plays like Vanquez or making timely tackles. We started getting some 3-and-outs, which of course are huge, and just hats off to our guys that were playing defense. They're flying around to the ball, showing no fear. It didn't matter if it was number 2 or number whatever, it came in there.
That's right.
And I'd like to also commend just the growth that we've had against Sandy. Of course, we didn't beat them, but if we go back over a period of years here, every year that we've closed that gap, and now contending for a game. We had played a great game last year against them, really. We weren't able to score any points. However, when you look at the body of work of how that game went, we made a lot of improvements. And then, of course, this week it was a battle, and it was anyone's game right down to the end.
Well, that's your measuring stick is tough teams like the Woodward Academies and the Sandy Creeks.
Sure.
And the fans know you can see improvement each and every game, and they know sitting in the stands that we're right there, and it's going to be ours. I tell you what, speaking of ours, we're going to take a break. You're listening to Troup High Saturday Morning Quarterback. Again, I'm Greg Hicks along with Coach Lynn Kendall, and live at the Kia showroom. We'll be right back on Eagle Sports.
Hurry in today to Key of LaGrange because our lot is packed like never before. And with a special KMMG employee and family pricing plan, you can take advantage of 15% below invoice pricing. And let's run the numbers. A 2014 Kia Soul with a list price of $19,318 with the employee discount, you can roll in this Soul for only $13,995 plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. And it comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And now through the end of October, for every car sold, Key of LaGrange will donate $25 for breast cancer awareness in your name. Stock number B0059.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics Gold. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game. Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids' finances and insurance? Then let State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Mabel Smith Sharp handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money. Mabel Smith Sharp can help you put toward a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp today and get to a better state with State Farm. Discounts may vary state to state.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Will Smith's going to hand the ball off on the right side of the line.
Touchdown.
He goes inside. Touchdown, Tigers.
It looked like big Jonathan Foster. You can see him. He came in fullback, and if I'm not mistaken, big Jonathan took the play, took the ball from Will Smith, and just slammed it into the end zone. Give him 6.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, because my eyes are getting old, but it certainly looked like, I know you had Jonathan in there, and I want to say he carried the ball, but he may have just knocked folks out of the way for whoever did score. So, but
no,
again,
Jonathan scored. Jonathan's plays defense most of the time, but he's also one of our backs, and we've talked about our depth at back, and we have quite a few guys that we'll use in different situations. We have some that are primary backs, but Jonathan down in that short yardage type situation is a bigger back for us, so it gives us that option to put in a little more a larger back to kind of pound one in there, and especially against a team like Sandy Creek, it had such a big defensive line and linebackers.
Yeah.
So
well, you're not talking.
Great play by Jonathan, keeping his feet. He had a hit, and he kept his feet going,
right,
and then scored.
Well, he's just like everybody on the team, just a go-getter. He loves to hit people on defense, and I know when you call his number for offense, he already had in his mind he was going to score.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's very competitive, and people that know Jonathan, no matter what sport he's playing, he's going to be very competitive, and that's just his nature. And that was a good call down there on the goal line, and it was just what we needed.
Well, and I think about competitiveness, and I want to go back at our corners and say Sanders and Emmanuel Trammell. They really did a good job the other night of locking them down and staying right there with them. And again, all season, especially Emmanuel Trammell, you're just not going to find anybody that's got a bigger heart. I wished he was as tall as his heart is big, but I like the way E.T. plays, and he just gets after it. And Say Sanders had a couple of hard licks the other night, and you just like to see that tone because if anything, when Sandy Creek and whoever it is, your opponent goes away, they get on that bus, I like for them to be talking, man, those Tigers, they took it to us. They hit us. Man, that guy hit me hard.
Well, both those guys, Say and E.T., both delivered some licks the other night. And Say has one that just kind of stands out in your mind a little earlier in the game, then a little later in the game. They tried to run off tackle, and Emmanuel Trammell comes flying in there and just really lays the wood to their running back. And
that's right.
You could see the respect in that guy's eye because it was near our sideline for E.T. when he got up. And, you were mentioning, E.T. No, he's a pretty strong guy.
Yeah,
I mean, he's built pretty well. He can really bring it.
Yeah, he's one of those guys too that when you meet him in the hallway, you see him after practice, it's yes sir, no sir, how you doing, Mr. Hicks? Just real nice, soft spoken. But when you put him on the field, he's a monster. I tell you, I like the way he plays football.
Oh, you gotta love that. Someone up in the schoolhouse, they get it done in the classroom. Their behavior is impeccable. Mm-hmm. They have great social skills and great representation for your football team. Mm-hmm. And you turn the lights on and put a helmet and shoulder pads on them, and they turn into somebody else. And that is awesome. That is the way that needs to be.
Yeah, and you just like that because it's and I want to just compliment you on your whole team and your staff. I've watched them for the last 2 to 3 years, and it just seems to be gelling and meshing. The chemistry's there each year after year, and the team responds by taking that leadership role, and they see what you guys and how you act like, and they do the same thing. They've got good character. I don't know that we've seen any personal fouls, ill-advised personal fouls. Just
Well, we've picked up a couple, and it's more the heat of the game type stuff.
Right,
it's
right.
Not
more intentional. It's such good character for your ball club.
But the players, throughout this season have played team ball extremely well, pulling for each other. Our coaching staff does an enormous amount of work prepping for each game, and leaves no stone unturned, so that we're not surprised by something. And there's it's I don't know how you would calculate to get the exact number of hours, because you have to look at what every coach has to do in his preparation of video and things like that that we put forth. And with the technology that's available now, it's actually even easier to access video game film. On the other hand, that just gives you even more. Because it used to be you could only get about two videos on a team, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And you'd have to, fight and scrape to find up something else. But now the way technology is, we can get a wealth of information on a team within just a couple of days.
Yeah. And, you talk about you come in on Saturdays and Sundays and you make a game plan. But now you guys, I know you're doing your homework at home. You go home and you eat, you live, you breathe football.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's just part of the lifestyle. And, I like to commend our coaching staff. I don't think a lot of people really realize how much work goes into this and the sacrifice that they make for their families. They have families too.